Most people define themselves by what they currently have. Rich people define themselves by who they have already decided to become. That one shift in identity is not the result of wealth. It is the cause of it. Psychologists call this identity-based behavior. Every decision you make flows from the answer to one unconscious question. What would someone like me do here? If your identity says, I am someone who struggles with money, your decisions will confirm that story every day without you noticing. Rich people do not just make better decisions, they hold a different identity that makes different decisions feel automatic. Here's what surprises most people about genuinely wealthy individuals. They rarely define themselves by the number in their bank account. They define themselves by what they value: discipline, growth, building, learning. Warren Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in 1958. He does not identify as a billionaire. He identifies as a student of business and value. The wealth was the output of that identity, never the definition of it. The most important psychological move rich people make, and almost nobody talks about it, is that they claim the identity before they have the evidence for it. They do not wait until they are successful to call themselves builders. They call themselves builders and then act accordingly until reality catches up. This is not delusion. Research on identity and behavior consistently shows that who you believe you are determines what you are willing to attempt. Identity-based self-definition also explains why rich people recover from financial losses faster. If your identity is tied to your net worth, losing money means losing yourself. If your identity is tied to your values and character, losing money is just a temporary number problem. You are still you, fully intact, and you rebuild because rebuilding is what you do. Not because of what you have, but because of who you
are. So the question is not, what do you currently have? The question is, who have you decided to be? Write it down. Not your goals, your identity. I am someone who builds. I am someone who learns from every loss. I am someone who shows up. Identity first, evidence follows. That is the sequence rich people figured out that most people have backwards their entire lives. Wealth does not build identity. Identity builds wealth. Decide who you are before the evidence, before the results, before anyone believes it. Then become the proof. Follow for more psychology that actually changes how you think.